Hello everyone and welcome back to JDD TV. I'm your host for today, Josh Deming, and we have a match coming up between the Canadian men's national team and Trinidad and Tobago to see who qualifies for the 2026 Copa America. I haven't done a watch along in over a year now, and we've had some good memories over the years with watching the gold medal game that the women won, basically all the matches leading up to us qualifying for the 2022 World Cup, including defeating Mexico, the U.S. men's national team. And now we're back on probably the most important match I can think of, because qualifying for the 2024 Copa America is perfect preparation for the 2026 World Cup. We already have a date potentially lined up with Messi, and we just simply need to win this match. And Bold Biello came out here with a pretty solid starting 11 that we will bring up today and take a look at. So if you're joining us in the chat, let us know how you're feeling. Let me know where you're watching from, and give me a rating out of 10 on how much you like this starting 11. I will start it off with a 9.5 out of 10. Bold Biello is the way I put him, because when he put out the roster, I had absolutely no idea where he was going. He brings a almost perfect roster, and then he pretty much does a near perfect starting 11. I was very curious to see if he was going to go with Jonathan David as a 10. I kind of thought if he was going to do that, he would have played a 3-4-2-1 and maybe played like a Tejan and David as kind of like two floating 10s with a Laren up front, but he surprised us and went with David as the 10 and that three-man midfield, and then he puts Ike Ugbo up front. But the starting 11 has got Crepeau in net. We already knew that he was basically going to be the starter. Right wing back, we have Buchanan. The three center backs, Johnston. Waterman does get the start over Cornelius, which I put in my predicted starting 11, but I just personally didn't think that Biello was actually going to do that. But it's great to see Waterman in so far. If you're a CF Montreal fan or you've been watching them so far this season, you know that he's been playing through the middle, and he has been playing very, very well. Very good with the ball at his feet. I think he's going to... And he's got connection, which is funny, with Johnston and Miller through their time in CF Montreal. So maybe, Biello's connection with Montreal had something to do with that as well. I really like it. And of course, we have Miller at the outside left. Davies at left wing back. Eustachio wearing the armband. So give a little round of applause for Eustachio. I think that was the right choice. Davies kind of went out there and said that he wanted it. I think it's tough to give a star player like Davies, and when he comes out and says, I want to wear the armband, and you go with someone else, it just kind of speaks volumes of what Eustachio brings to this team. I personally do think it was the right decision, and we got Eustachio, our new captain, with Kone. David goes in the 10, and then you have Kyle Laren and Ike Ugbo up front, and I like it, man. I like it because we've never seen this duo before. Ike Ugbo has barely got a look with this national team since he committed to play for the national team, and he's been on a heater in the championship, helping Sheffield Wednesday get close to at least getting out of relegation right now. I'm really excited to see him get this opportunity. I think he absolutely deserves it, and it's a bit of a risk. It's not easy to go into a single match like this and go with a starting 11 that is not, let's be honest, they're not used to playing with each other. I think Waterman has 2 caps for the national team. Ugbo's in single digits as well. You've never seen a back three of a Johnston, Waterman, Miller. I did put out my projected starting 11, and it looked very similar to this, except with Chouanier instead of Ugbo. But I like this one. Honestly, I like this one a little bit more. So in the comments, guys, let me know first where you're watching today, and then let me know if you are nervous, if you're excited. And I'm gonna go through some of the comments here before kickoff happens. Game is on One Soccer, and they're about 5 or so minutes away from kicking this thing off. So we got Rude Canadian saying, JJ watch-alongs are back. Let's go. It's been over a year. I'm excited. What's the over-under on Borjan juggling the ball in this match? So Borjan's not in the roster. There was a few of the old guards that were left off. Hoylett, Vittoria, Borjan, 3 of them. We also have Atakubi and Larea, who weren't brought in due to injury. Azorio dropped out with injury as well. But Borjan is no longer here. It's basically Maxime Crepeau's to lose. We got a 7 out of 10 rating on the starting 11. I know that Ugbo is in form. Chansey, in my opinion. Hope Biello is proven right. I think it's Chansey too. I mean, you can't deny the fact that this starting 11 is not used to playing with each other. But if you look at the starting 11 that was, I mean, we've had a rough 2023. And if you want to learn from something from it, and if you want to have the opportunity for Biello to take a look at this team, and hopefully, if he really wants this job, he needs to do something like this. And I think he did that with the roster he went out with, and I think he's done it right now with the starting 11. He's putting his own stamp on the team. Is it risky in a single knockout match? Yes. But I'd prefer this than the traditional starting 11s we've basically been seeing. This has got some new players in it. Joel Waterman, like I mentioned, is playing fantastic right now. A lot of these players are playing in their proper positions. Waterman's playing through the middle. You got Kamal Miller. I mean, Johnson doesn't play on the outside right center back, and we've talked about that before, but I still think he can do a job, especially in a game like this where we're going to have most of the ball. And then you throw Jonathan David, I guess, in a 10 role, which I guess he's not overly used to playing, but he has played in the past. You got Buchanan and Davies down the wings. I like it. I like it a lot, and there's a lot on the line here. We win, we go to the Copa America. We lose. There's a lot of question marks that need to be asked. I've been very critical about Biello and what he's done with the national team so far. My disappointment in not getting a new manager pretty much right away. I know that there's issues on the federation and that kind of thing, but Biello is doing what he needs to do, and I like the team. I like the 11, and now we're sitting here and we are waiting, cheering for Canada from Charleston. Cheers, my friend. The United States won their match against Jamaica and are heading to the Nations League final. Barely. They had a couple rocky moments there, but yeah, congrats on the win. I appreciate you tuning in. Canada needs Leonard Maloney. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind Leonard Maloney, but I don't think he would get into this starting level. But he is definitely a talented player that the U.S. have. Trinidad kits are so nice. They are. What do you guys think about Canada's new kits? I believe they are rocking them. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments, guys. What do you think of Canada's new kits? There's been some there's been some feedback about them. They're not. I don't think they're they're growing on me. Let's just say that. There's Stephanie Stacchio rocking the armband, and we are getting ready. I'm a little nervous, man. They're okay, in my opinion. They're they're fine. They're, like I said, they're growing on me a little bit. I like the white ones more. I just like the little pinstripes and the fact that they're meant to represent the provinces. I think that's kind of cool. The red ones, I don't know. They're not my favorite. Now, on One Soccer, it's showing it lining up in a 3-4-3. I don't think that's going to be the case. Like I said, I think it's going to be a 3-4-1-2. I just don't think that. Look, Ubo is definitely playing as a striker, and I would imagine that Laren's playing alongside him, and David's playing under, kind of like the graphic you guys see on the screen. But I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. As a Canadian, guys, let me know. Kickoff is about to start. Let me know how nervous you are, because there's a lot riding on this match. And I want to feel confident because I genuinely think the Canadians have the better roster. They're in a better place right now. They should go in there and they should get the job done. But with these single elimination matches, you never know, man. That's the part of the sport. A wrong decision, a red card. I mean, we saw what Jamaica did against the United States, and that could be the perfect blueprint for this Trinidad side. Jamaica got the early goal in under a minute, and they held on to it to the 96th minute and almost got it over the line to go to the Nations League final. But finally, the United States equalized, and then in extra time, they're just the better team, It is what it is. But that is the blueprint of what this Trinidad side needs to do. If they can somehow pinch an early lead, or at least play well defensively, frustrate the Canadians, it could be a longer day, but we have Rampersad, Halifax, midfielder in the Trinidad side. Shout out to him. I don't think there's any other CPL player. There's one other. But I don't think there could have been like 3 or 4 coming from the Canadian Premier League in this Trinidad side, but I believe only 2 actually made it. Is it on the One Soccer? It is. Games available on One Soccer. Shout out to our employers if you wanted to watch the match. Not as nervous as I should probably be, says Rude Canadian. I am pretty nervous. I'm so nervous, it's crazy. I'm nervous just because, like you said, man, we know what's on the line. I want to play at the Copa America. You don't get this opportunity every day, and if this national team has taken tremendous strides over the past few seasons, and we're co-hosting the 2026 World Cup. This is the perfect opportunity for Canada to get some true experience playing massive nations, and if they crash out the way they did against Jamaica, then against Trinidad, it would be a disgrace. But kickoff has started. Drop a like, guys, if you're just joining us today. I don't know how many likes we're at. This hasn't updated, but let's see if we can get to like 20 or so likes before the next few minutes here, and let's sit back and enjoy. You guys can't tell, but I have a couple guests in the background here. I got a old roommate and good friend of mine hanging out here drinking a beer, Mr. Andrew Benny, and of course producer T is to my side as well. So let me know where you guys are tuning in from. We're tuning in from some small town in southern Ontario. Let me know where you guys are watching from as Ugbo comes in. And an early corner already coming up for the boys. Big crowd today. Yeah, massive crowd. Massive crowd down there with about, I'd say, a 7% filled stadium. Patience in attack, no mistakes on D. I think that's the biggest thing I want to keep an eye out for today is the back. I mean, a lot of fans are always a little critical about the back line. I haven't been as critical because I good ball from Johnston. I do like a lot of the players we have at the back. It's just about building chemistry and hopefully bringing in the performances they've done with their club level into this national team right now. And I think someone like Joel Waterman deserves this opportunity, and I'm excited for him. As I say that, Johnston and Waterman already got a bit of a mix-up there, but interesting to note that Tajon Buchanan is playing at left wing back, and Davies looks like he's at right wing back. So for those of you who may not know, I mean, Tajon got his move to Inter Milan. He obviously hasn't played too much, given the fact that Inter is an excellent side. He was a bit of a depth option brought in, but when he has featured, it's been as a left wing back. And you would just imagine Davies would play left wing back because that's what he plays. He's a lefty, and Buchanan would be at the right. So I find it very fascinating right off the bat that Buchanan is on the left, which gives him the ability to cut in with his right. Davies is down the right, which gives him the ability to cut in with his left. I don't think that's where Davies is at his best. Davies is not the kind of player that I think is able to cut in. That's just not his strength. I think Davies' strength comes from the fact that he's an excellent crosser of the ball. He can use those pace, stretch his legs, and usually can put in a pretty good ball for one of our strikers up front. So I'm assuming they'll switch throughout the match a little bit here, but Tajon definitely is a player who would benefit from being on the left. He loves taking on defenders, cutting in and doing something special, and he's on the ball right now with a new number 17. Finds Eustachio to Davies. Sort of poor. The defense looks shaky. I'm not gonna lie. Davies. It's a good chance. There's a good chance. I'm in Houston, only 4 hours from the game, but could not convince my spouse to get there after seeing them in Vegas. Hey, that's fair, but that's too bad. I got asked a lot of questions too about why Liam Fraser was the player who was brought in for Jonathan Osorio. And again, for those who don't know, Liam Fraser plays for FC Dallas, so it just makes a ton of sense. It was a last-minute injury for Osorio, and it's a player who's literally plays for the club, that stadium that they're in right now. So that's why Liam Fraser was brought in. Not that he doesn't deserve a look, Liam Fraser, but he was brought in just simply because he's playing for the team that we're playing in their stadium right now. So that was a good opportunity so far. I mean, we're only 4 minutes in, but I absolutely have noticed a little bit of issues at the back right now. There's been a couple times within 4 minutes that they've run into each other, which isn't what you want to see because there was some question marks around the back three and how they would look together. But I do think that Buchanan and Davies will be two to watch out for this match. I find it fascinating that they're already playing on different flanks, and a good opportunity happened for Tajon Buchanan already. The double dummy. This chat has more people than the stadium. Watching from Switzerland. Interesting. Yeah, let me know, guys. If you're just joining us in the chat, be sure to drop a like and let me know where you're tuning in from today. A lot of Canadians will be feeling a little bit, a little bit on edge. There's a lot riding on this game, and I've had a few TNT fans in the chats over on One Soccer the last little bit that don't like how confident that the Canadians are. But I try to make it very clear that I am not sitting here covered in confidence. I think that we should on the day get the job done. But again, it's a single match. You never know what's going to happen. I think an early goal would calm some of these nerves. And we're over a set piece right now. Eustaquio Davies. Barca Boy has joined us. How you doing, my friend? Nope, not Davies. Oh, it is Davies. Atrocious set piece, man. I don't know what that was. Tuning in from a small city in Ontario. Absolutely, that is essentially what we are tuning in from. Let me know how many people are you saying is in our town? A couple thousand? Three, 4, 5? Yeah, you're here more than that. 5. All right, I'm in a town of 5,000. Let me know if anyone out there can beat that in terms of being smaller. Let me know who's hanging out in the smallest town right now. 4,000. I'm in a town of 4,000. What was that set piece? Canadian watching from Spain. Dave Morgan, jealous. Whereabouts in Spain are you, my guy? Because I'm a little jealous of that. I've been to Spain. Well, actually, me and the guy hiding behind me went to Spain. We went to Barcelona. It was beautiful. It was hot. Catalonia. Yeah. Biello ball. Yeah. We'll see. I like Jonathan David wearing the 10 though. I just think it suits him. I like Laren taking the 9 back. There's a big number swap in this last roster. Buchanan moved to 17, which is what he wears at club level. Bear took on 11. And David took 10. I think that was some of the bigger changes. But Buchanan is back out on the right. Oh, Dave's tuning in from Granada. Yeah, but you watched Theo yet? He scored a banger there a few weeks ago. How come no one from Forge got selected? I guess because of the Liam Fraser got called up. I don't think we've seen a CPL player get called up to the national team yet. I don't know who will be the first one. I don't know. I don't see one happening quite yet. But I mean, shout out to Joel Waterman, someone who came in and developed through the Canadian pathway, going from the Cavs to CF Montreal, where he's doing extremely well now and playing and starting for the national team. So good nod there to the CPL. We should be playing in a 4-4-2 or a 4-3-3. I mean, if you looked at the roster, nice ball. If you look at the roster, considering that Biello called up 5 center backs, 5 central midfielders, and 5 strikers, you're always probably going to see like a 3-5-2, just given the fact that we don't have a ton of depth down the wings. But I think long-term playing in a back 4 would be nice, like a 4-2-3-1, 4-3-3 kind of system. I just don't think that they're ready quite yet. And, Biello hasn't had this national team for too long. So he's playing what he's comfortable with. The team's used to this system. He's starting to play with a little bit more in terms of his selection as well as the starting 11. Almost had Tejan in behind. Whew. Yeah. You got to give credit to TNT so far. They do look well organized. It was always going to be the game plan to sit back and just simply defend. They'll wait, they'll be patient, and look for some opportunities to hit on the break. Like right here, but well done by Alistair. Davies as left forward, Johnston at right back. Yeah. Down the line, I do think eventually, I mean, if Biello gets a long term, I think he might play with a different shape. But like I said, I gave him credit. Like, I've been calling him Bold Biello. He's made a lot of tough decisions this for a single knockout match. It's not easy to do. I thought he was going to go with the old guard and pretty much do everything that he's been doing. And I like the fact that he's tried to switch things up. Those new kits look sharper than they did in the picks. Yeah, they look okay. I don't know. I'm not crazy about them, but they're decent kits. I like the white ones, like I mentioned, more. I hope we get some black ones. I think those could be sharp. They usually are. Nicely done from Kone. 10 minutes in. If you guys are joining us in the chat, be sure to say hello. Let us know how you're doing on this nice Saturday afternoon. And there goes Davies. Wins himself a corner. Wow, Joel Waterman finally gets a game. It's deserved, man. It's absolutely deserved. A lot of this roster was called up on form, which I love. These players are doing great things in Europe, and I mean in Major League Soccer as well. It's good to see them get rewarded with calls like this. And in this system, playing as a central center back, Joel Waterman has been lights out with CF Montreal. It made sense. I didn't think that he was going to do it, but he did. So, I mean, like I said, big credit to Joel Waterman. This corner coming in. Oh. Not great. Another corner. We got 27 likes, guys. If you're joining us, drop a like and let me know how you're feeling today. Hello. Spruce Grove, Alberta. How you doing, my friend? Welcome. Probably enjoyed the fact, I don't know if you're from Alberta, maybe a Cavs fan, but it's probably pretty cool to see Joel Waterman. That's a nice ball. Davies wins another corner. Last week he was Joel Waterboy. Now he's Joel Waterman. No, man, Waterman's not. No. He's not been a water boy. Not for CF Montreal. Ever since he basically got that move, man, he's been, like I said, he's been lights out. You've seen him on the outside of a back three. You've seen him in the middle of the back three. He's very good with the ball at his feet, so it's a nice presence to have right in the middle. And I just think it's a huge opportunity for him to show what he's got with the national team. So it's a big kudos to him. Perfect Edits FC says, "Yo, shout out. How you doing, man? Hope you're doing well." I want to see David as a sole number 9 up front with Davies and Miller on the left and Davies on the right. Yeah, I don't know what my ideal starting 11 would look like, because like I said, I mean we have a crowded little rush here for TNT. That's a good ball. No, it's not. Like we have 3-4 like proper strikers with David, Laren, Ugbo. I'm still a big fan of what Bear's doing in Scotland. It's tricky how to fit them all on the pitch, because when you have strikers like that, you always kind of want to play like a 2-striker system. But I just don't think that's the way that the modern game really is. I'd like to see that 4-3-3, 4-2-3-1. You could maybe get away with it if you put David as a 10, but I still don't even think a number 10 is David's best position. I don't. I personally think it. I mean, I guess it is in a 2-striker system, but you can't really get away with that if you want to play him elsewhere. Biggest glow up for Waterboy. Do you think there's a chance that Trinidad win? There's absolutely a chance. Look what, like I said, nice ball. Ugbo. That's a good opportunity there. Yeah, there's definitely a chance. Look like I said, look what Jamaica just did to the United States. Like, their team in terms of quality, the players that were available, is night and day. The Jamaican side did an incredible comeback against us, but they're missing like 4 or 5 of their best players, and they knew that, and they came up with a game plan to just sit back, and they they were a kick away from going to the Nations League final, and that would have been a massive upset looking at the talent of that Jamaican side against what the United States had. This Trinidad side's doing the same thing. We're 14 minutes in right now. Canada hasn't had a ton of good looks so far. Trinidad is going to wait, buy their time. They're organized, they're defending well, and they're going to look for opportunities to hit on the break. That's the game plan. It's not that hard to figure out. It's just whether Canada can find a bit of magic and create something and basically get a goal. I think getting this first goal would be important for them. Settle the nerves, and it would force Trinidad to have to basically attack, to do something besides sitting back like this and defending for 90 minutes. But there's absolutely a chance, man. This game it's still 0-0, and like I said, there's been nothing clear cut right now. That's a good ball though. Tejan. I hate to do this to you, Josh, but what time is it for you on the game clock? If you guys want to try to link up your guys' with mine, right now I'm at 15:40. So, you know. Zach, how you doing? I haven't seen you in a while. Tejan looking dangerous today. Oh, yeah. I mean, Davies and Buchanan are always going to look dangerous down the flanks. I found it interesting, like I said, that they started, like, Davies on the right, Buchanan on the left. I'm not the biggest fan of Davies out here on the right, but they've already switched back. Any TNT fans in the chat? Let me know. Let me know who you guys are representing. Put a Canada flag or just say Canada and say TNT, because like I said, the last few days, there's been some TNT fans over on One Soccer chatting with us and definitely throwing some chirps my way. If we were 0-0 at halftime, I'm going to start freaking out. Like I said, man, this is not a straightforward game. It's the game plan for both sides is basically what we expected. Canada's going to have a ton of the ball, and TNT's going to defend. It's just, where is the magic going to happen? Where's the breakthrough going to come from? Nice ball. Johnston. I want to find... And let me know who you guys think is going to score first. You can give a name if you want. Oh, and this is where they're going to be in trouble. Oh! Right there. That's exactly where TNT is going to hurt us. Sit back, defend, wait for your chances, and a little kick and run style. They have speed up front. Burnt Waterman there a little bit with pace. Massive opportunity for TNT. Poor finish in the end. But that's scary. That's exactly that's where the opportunities are going to happen. And right now the script is going to plan a little bit. If TNT would have got that, things would have been it would have been a little cagey. Bit of a wake-up call, though. Yeah, if you're joining us, I asked who do you guys think's going to score first. You can say TNT, you can say Canada, you can give a player. They're definitely utilizing Tejan here down the right-hand side, trying to get him in space. George says Ugbo and Johnston both going to score. Johnston scoring the first goal. Interesting choice with our outside right center back. Oh my god. A lot of OMGs in the chat. Yeah, man, massive opportunity. Massive opportunity there. Don't substitute, all keep starters at 70 minute. Yeah, let's not do that. Question for you, Madrid or City? I don't necessarily like either, but I definitely like Madrid more. I like a lot more players on that team than City's. That's how you guys beat us in the World Cup qualifier. Yeah, you gotta know your strength and you gotta know how to play to them. Like, there's way more talent on this Canadian side than there is on TNT, but that doesn't always matter. If your coach can set you up in a proper game plan, I mean, you've seen Atletico Madrid do it for years. Every time they go on a deep run in the Champions League, they have about 27% of possession. They defend like rocks, and they look for some magic. And so far, like I said, credit to TNT. They look well organized at the back. I mean, they're always going to give up a few chances, but so far they haven't been punished, and they do got some speed up front. Canada going to win? I desperately hope so. If we miss out on the Copa America because we capitulated against Jamaica the way we did, and then going against TNT, which is a favorable draw. The other two teams that were available was Costa Rica and Honduras, who I think, again, they're just, they're better squads than what TNT has, but I mean, TNT did just beat the United States as well, so like this team is absolutely not a pushover. Having Ugbo Laren at the same time slows us down too much. Yeah, I want to see him get it in a little bit more. The thing about Ugbo is that when you watch him play, at least at like the championship level, he will go sometimes like 15 touches in a match, but he'll score a goal or two. He's a striker who doesn't need to be overly involved. He's not like a Jonathan David. I think David's at his best when he's on the ball a lot. It's why we see him drop deeper, like he's literally right now. He likes to feel the ball to work his way into the game. That's just the type of striker he is. Ugbo's complete opposite. Like I said, he could be. He could. I've seen a game before where he scored 2 goals on the first. I think he had a total of like 8-9 touches in a game, because he's just that poacher. He'll wait. He won't have a ton of the ball in the build-up, and he'll just find himself in the right spot to get into position and score a goal. That's just what he does. So I'm trying not to judge it too far right now, because I mean, when you have a ton of the ball like you do in a match like this, you want to see your strikers, you want to see your players touching the ball and looking involved. But you'll see JD do that. He's on the ball right once again, but you just probably won't see it as much from Ugbo. Finds Davies. JD. Ah! That was a good look. That was the first big chance. Nice pass from Davies. Finds David. That was close. Yeah. Good look. That's better, though. What club do you support? I like a few different clubs. I like Chelsea out of the Prem, Dortmund out of the Bundesliga, and Atletico Madrid out of La Liga. Let me know what you guys, what your clubs are. Clearly, Laren, Buchanan, Davies, David. I don't want to miss a second of them playing in a Canada uniform. If you guys are just joining us, drop a like. Let me know. Someone just asked me what my favorite club is. Let me know what your guys' clubs are and where you're tuning in from today. Canada just had a massive opportunity from David, who's looking very involved in this last 3-4 minutes. We're starting to see him really drop into that number 10 role. He's linking up well, and like I said, I always find David plays at his best when we see him on the ball. And I mean, when he plays as a striker, you just don't see it as much. I mean, there's a lot of times when he plays for Lille, you'll see him have 25, 30 touches. But then when they dominate possession, you'll see him hit towards 40 to 50. And I think he plays at his best when he does do that, because he loves being on the ball despite being, a striker. Poor ball. City fan, Chelsea, but getting close to unsubscribing. Yeah, me too, man. I'm sorry. They're not easy to follow, okay? They're absolutely not an easy team to follow. Oh. Decent ball. Dortmund, Milan, and PSV. Interesting. Got what makes you a PSV supporter there? Canadian men's national team, die hard. I love it. As a casual, Barca, Liverpool, and Atletico Ottawa. Atletico Ottawa is going to have a massive season. I just put out a report as well that Manny Aparicio is signing the biggest deal in CPL history. Supposed to get a little bit more details on that, so I can't elaborate too much more, but they are building a dream team over in Ottawa. They're going to be fun to watch this season. I think Manny's one of the most talented players in the league, and joining already pretty much a loaded side. But I mean, if you have like the money that Atletico Ottawa do, because you know you're owned by Atletico, like you're in that family, it's cool to get the opportunity to go to Mexico for preseason, meet some of the San Luis guys. I mean, when they announced Aparicio, they had Correa put out a pretty cool message to him, because Aparicio has Argentine. I think his dad's from Argentina or his mom's from Argentina. I don't know. Either way, it was a really cool touch. Buchanan. Vancouver Whitecaps, Ottawa. I'm club over country. Who's your club then? Davies. Nice ball. Laren! No! Kyle, man. That was terrible effort. It was well done. Davies, I mean, he fluffs it, but look at that really intelligent pass there from Eustachian, and he's pissed right off. Oh, Laren. What was that? Smash it. Man. It was a big opportunity, though. Should have been a goal. Take a touch, Kyle. Yeah. Maybe the nerves got to him.
He gets the next one. He gets the first one.
Benny's calling it behind me. Kyle Laren for the first pick. Let me know, guys, if you think Canada's going to score first. Let me know who you think's going to get it. Benny, who do you got? You have Laren?
Yeah.
Taylor, who do you got?
Ugbo.
Okay. Producer T says Ugbo's got the goal. Benny says that Laren's taking it. I'll take JD then, just for something different. I like when David's on the ball like this. He's fun. I mean, maybe it gives him less of an opportunity to score. He did have a great chance when he's kind of in the middle trying to create, but like I said, I just think the more touches he has, the more confidence he gains. And David is a fun player to watch when he's confident and basically able to play free-flowing football. You're like right there, asking for the ball, looking into space. Oh, nice little move, but he draws the foul. Let's see who you guys are saying. Who else but Tajon? Tajon with the assist is what Benny's saying. I was born about 30 minutes from Manchester. Ooh. Nice save. And I think another corner coming up. That was nice feet. It's a good opportunity there. David's feeling, I mean, he doesn't usually do it, but he can hit them from outside the box. Like he can hit him with the left, he can hit him with the right. That one was with the left, and like that's a good strike. It's a nice save as well. We've seen over the years that David can pretty much hit him just as well with both feet, which makes him obviously a dangerous striker. Kone. Terrible ball. Davies keeps it in. Oh, look for him. Nice ball. There's Biello. I recommend you guys watch the Canada Soccer's putting out these awesome little shorts. I think they have two on their YouTube channel covering the women, and they have one coming they have one that just released on the guys right now, covering literally this game right here. So if you want a little inside scoop, I think it's been pretty cool being able to see just a little bit more personal side of some of the players. And if you've kept an eye on One Soccer, I mean, KJ has pretty much interviewed every one of the players. It's been great seeing Davies, David, Laren, Tajon. So they're doing some good stuff over there. So shout out to our friends from Canada Soccer. Laren scores and Buchanan scores twice. Confident that the floodgates are going to open. I think the game will change drastically if Canada scores. Because like I said, Trinidad will be forced to change their approach. They'll have to push, they'll have to go for it. And they'll leave a little bit more opportunity for Canada to hit another one. That was a poor giveaway there. Laren. Davies, JD, and Kone look good. Eustaquio, Laren, and Buchanan seem rusty. I think Tajon's looked pretty dangerous so far this match. He, he's stretching his legs down the right-hand side. He's constantly looking for the ball. Hopefully he has an opportunity to whip in a ball, maybe find that final product. But I definitely think he's creating. I think David looks like the best on the pitch so far and the most up to it. Steph always looks up for it, so I mean that's that's fair as well. I feel like we're missing Larea. I don't know if I would have started like Richie. I always have that argument. I absolutely love what Larea brings. I just don't know if he's in my best 11 because of the way. I think the way I would have fit him in is go like a 3-4-2-1, and I would have pushed Buchanan a little bit further up with David, and then Laren as a lone striker, and I would have put Richie at right wing back, and Ugbo would have been the man left off. But I don't know. Larea definitely brings something, whether it's starting or from the bench. Buchanan, it's another poor ball. Final product there. Little opportunity here for TNT. See what they can do with it. They've only had that one look, and it was a really great chance for them. Oh, when they get another shot. I'd say two of the better chances have gone to TNT so far this match. I mean, you expect Kripo to say that, but he did connect with it pretty well. I feel like we're missing something. Oh. This is headed for a 0-0 PK shootout. Do not say that. I don't know if I could take a shootout. Davies goes down. Tanner says hi. How you doing? TNT are countering with only 4 guys. That's the only way they're going. That's the way they're going to do it, man. Like I said, they're going to defend with pretty much all numbers, and they're only going to probably push a little bit up. Like they're probably gonna have a couple players running, and maybe 1 or 2 players joining. That's probably it. They don't want to put themselves in a position where if they turn over the ball, we're heading back with numbers. And that's the proper way to play it. But they've had 2 good chances, 32 minutes in. Canada's had a couple good looks too, to be fair. But I mean, we've had way more of the ball, which we should be creating more chances. And I'd say the best chance so far has went to TNT, and another solid chance has went their way as well. Do we have extra time or straight to PKs? I believe there would be extra time. It'd be like a normal 15-15, and then a shootout, which I don't want to see. Davies' mind needs to move fast as his feet. Yeah, maybe. We'll see. I think this right here is an opportunity where Canada. I mean, there's a free kick. There's some bodies going forward for TNT. This is one of the opportunities they can push guys forward because it's from a set piece. It's a little risk reward because if they, if the ball is turned over quickly in transition with the speed Canada has, this could be a good opportunity for them. I'm curious to see if they're going to play it safe, which I doubt. I think they're just going to whip it in the box and hope they can get a touch. They do. Crepeau. Foul? No. How do you think Canada is going to do at the next World Cup? It's hard to say. It's over 2 years from now. Considering it's an expanded one, we're the host. I'm assuming we'll probably get a kinder draw, but I mean, you never know until the draw actually happens, obviously. I would hope just to see us maybe compete and try to get out of our group, considering we've never won a game or even got a point at a World Cup in our 2 attempts. Another corner coming up. All right, guys, if you're just joining us, we have over 100 of you guys in the chat. Drop a like, drop a sub if you're new to the channel, and let me know where you're tuning in from today. We're 34 minutes in. We have a bunch of nervy Canadians in the chat, including myself. And I don't know. I just felt a little happier, a little more confident as at the beginning of this match. And as time is ticking ticking away, I'm starting to feel a little bit more on edge. As Davies comes in with I mean, it's a decent ball, well defended, out for another corner. I'm pretty sure Canada's gotta be close to double digits in corners already. I like that ball played over the top from Johnston. Might need more of that. Yeah, I think Johnston will be well defended foul. I think Johnston, despite again playing on the outside right center back, will find himself in pretty advanced roles. It's just, you know, we have a ton of possession. He probably has a little bit more license to go forward. If we can get him in space too, he can definitely put in a ball. He's had a couple of really nice assists this season so far for Celtic. And I think when the opportunity presents itself, don't be surprised to see him push up the pitch a little bit. Tuning in from Iceland. Man, a lot of Europeans tuning into this chat, which is good to see. I got someone coming from Iceland, from Spain. Let me know if anyone else is overseas. Get Davies off a corner, let Eustachio take them. Yeah, if you guys have followed me over the years, you'll know that I, unfortunately for our guy Davies, am not the biggest fan of his set pieces. But he continues to take them. Stephen Eustachio is excellent over set pieces. Junior Hoylett is very good as well. Hoylett's not in the camp, though, this for this game. Oh, that's a poor ball from Johnston. But yeah, Steph should be over all our set pieces. And honestly, free kicks as well. Davies is just not a set piece specialist. It's not where he's going to be at his strength. Well defended there. Tanner's tuning in from Canada. Mexican-Canadian cheering on Canada. Dual citizen. Cannot wait for the next World Cup. Chris, you must be pretty excited about Santiago Lopez. If you are a Mexican-Canadian. He is a young player out of Pumas who played for our U20s, and he was lights out. My favorite player to watch in that tournament. He was fantastic. He's been on the bench a few times and came off the bench as well. And I think he's played in 2 or 3 matches this season so far for Pumas. A really, really talented youngster that I'm assuming Mexico will be keeping an eye on. He represented them at the U18s, but I love the fact that he was in camp for Canada, and he was just such a technically gifted youngster. I hope one day he'll decide to go for Canada, but we'll have to see. Davies fumbles it. Nicely done. All right, Steph. Take your time. Settle it down. Finds David dropping into the pocket. Davies. Back to David. Oh. No appeals really for a penalty there, but it's more this is 0-0. The more TNT start to believe, the more pressure Canada feels. It's what happened against the United States and Jamaica. I absolutely agree. I said that a little earlier in the stream. If you were TNT and you watched that Jamaica match, that is the blueprint you follow. They were so close. I'm not even a minute away from qualifying for the finals, and that is the exact blueprint that this TNT side should follow. Good ball coming in from Eustachio, but well kept. Canadian born and bred, wife is Mexican. We definitely plan to be at a few games. Very cool, very cool. My parents have a place in Mexico, so I do go there probably about once a year, so I'm definitely a fan of the country. I coach a team. We are in a tournament going for 3rd place tomorrow. Well, good luck. Oh, Catalina says Mexican-American representing Mexico. Josh, because you've got your front seat with me and my men prepare for tomorrow. Yeah, Mexico taking on the U.S. I don't know. Let me know if anyone's got a dog in that race. I kind of hope Mexico wins just because the United States have won the past 2 editions. I'd like to see just a new winner. Every year is USA versus Mexico. Pretty much. I mean, they've been dominating. Well, the United States have been dominating the region for a while. I know Mexico did win the Gold Cup, but let's be honest. I mean, the United States brought like a C team. We brought a B team. They brought close to an A team, so it wasn't that big of a surprise. I'm curious to see the way that the game goes tomorrow because the United States played awful against Jamaica. See what Greg does, if he's going to start Gio or not, because he would seem to be a big difference maker. But Mexico looked pretty good against Panama, which I was surprised, because Panama's had a pretty good run of form as well. Had a little cooling break here. 38 minutes into the match. Still 0-0 with a spot at the 2024 Copa America up for grabs. If we don't win this game, man, it will be tough. Weird time for water. Yeah, well, injury break / turn to water break. But I'm guessing it's probably pretty hot down there. I don't know. I didn't see what the temperature was, but I mean, they're playing in Texas, so it's hard for me to say this because I've waited so long for success. But we are freaking terrible. Kelly, how you doing? It's been a while. Hope you're keeping well. Yeah, I mean, 40 minutes in so far. I mean, it'd be nice to see Canada get a goal here before half. They've had a ton of possession. They just haven't been able to really create something clear cut. But we'll see here. It's where you want the ball. You have a Davies down one side or Buchanan down the other. They're switching the flanks right now. The TNT are just so well organized right now. They know their job. Oh, this gave him a foul. And they they're not giving Canada a bunch of. Oh, gave him a yellow. Let's see what happened here. Oh. Come on. He didn't even get him in the face. Ah, well. He barely got him in the face. That's soft. Buchanan is now on a yellow. I would say relatively poor. Is Buchanan playing wingback at Inter? Yeah. So we usually, like, he's the backup left wingback. That's kind of what he was brought in for. So Inter play the 3-5-2. When you see Tejan come off the bench, it's usually down. It is almost always down the left-hand side. And so in this game so far, we've seen him play down the left and the right. Wow, for a second there, I thought we were going to get a red. I did too. I don't have the volume overly loud here on the TV, but I heard Jenkins look like he was getting a little huffy there. I'm like, uh-oh. I'm like, did I miss an Alba or something? Because that would have been extremely harsh red, but I don't even think that was a card. That was a little dive there. But Buchanan's got to be careful now, sitting on a yellow, approaching halftime. Nicely done from Kone. No foul given. Eustachio. Ah, it's a poor ball. That's another poor ball. And another poor ball. Holy. Come on there and get it. Tonight. Need another midfield at half. Too many gaps. I don't know, man. Like, when I came up with my predicted starting 11, I thought he was going to go like a 3-5-2, but I had Chouanier starting, which was always probably going to be a little unlikely. But it's just, yeah, a little bit more balance. They went with the other third-man midfield being David, which is obviously, like, you know, very different player to than what Chouanier has. But, I mean, with the amount of possession that we've had so far, it's I don't know if switching to a three-man midfield would do all that much. I just don't think Canada's finding a way to create that well. It's not like, I know that they had that one big opportunity, but an extra man in the midfield wouldn't have really done anything there. They just had a kick and run, and someone with speed created a pretty big opportunity for TNT. But other than that, they're just sitting back in their shape and allowing Canada to try and find a way to break them down. And I think bringing, like, you know, you have David in the middle. Oh, nicely done, Davies. Oh, I mean, he does so well, but then he loses it. Oh, there he goes. Draw the foul. God damn it. What does Canada get in return? They get a spot at the Copa America. So winner of this match qualifies for the Copa America, and then there's a match later tonight, Costa Rica against Honduras. Winner is the final position. So the Copa America has the 10 South American countries, and then it will have 6 from CONCACAF. The final 4 of the Nations League automatically qualified, and now there's 2 other spots up for grabs. So that is what's on the line. And, you know, despite, I mean, we should have, beating Jamaica would have guaranteed us a spot in the final 4, and of course a spot in the oh, that's a tough foul there on Johnston. And careful. Yeah, Johnston. Little frustration coming there. At halftime, we'll take a look at the bench and see what opportunities there is to maybe make some changes and see what we would do. But that was a stupid yellow from Johnston. He had to foul. He got a yellow for their player. Like I love the passion, but now we got 2 players both down the right hand side on yellows. I know it's a foul, but he pops back up and it's just stupid. That's a stupid yellow to take. He's got to be smarter than that. You don't want 2 players that play down the exact same side, you know, both on yellows, especially if someone, you know, breaks through, because that's how TNT are gonna attack. And you don't want to put one of them in a position to get another yellow. You gotta love the passion, though. You'll never get me complaining about that from Johnson. He wears his emotion on his sleeve. That's a stupid ball from Davies. Who do you think should be the next Canada coach? I don't know, man. I don't know. Wilfred Nancy's been my number 1 pick for a long time, but I mean he's not going to want this job, I don't think. He's doing an excellent job with the Crew, and there's been rumors linking him to Southampton, which would be a pretty tough move to turn down. Laren, Davies, same. I wouldn't mind seeing Thierry Henry taking it. You know, I mean, I don't think he's the best coach out there. I personally don't, but I think he's a massive name. Would help with dual nats, and I think he's got some upside. I'm really curious to see what he does with this French side at the Olympics, because I think if they go there and completely bomb it, I would look at them a little different, because that French side is stacked. There's no reason they shouldn't go out there and win the Olympics, especially with some of the overage players they could get. If they don't, it's because I would look at Thierry Henry. So we'll see. Marco Rosa. yeah, I don't know about that. Josh, you can be the next coach. No, I would let our nation down. I would not. I'm not qualified. I'm not qualified to coach. I'm qualified to sit here with you guys and you know, pretend to coach. Nicely done. That foul from Waterman. What changes, if any, should we make at half? We'll bring that up at halftime here, guys. We'll take a look and see what we're going to do. But I'm not gonna lie, I didn't think it was gonna be 0-0 going into halftime here. 0-0. 0-0. Let me know what your guys' halftime. Let me know your guys' takeaways in the chat from this first half. Huh. All right. What a crappy half. Worse than I thought. Yep. We're going to go right to the chat here for the second half, guys. So if you're joining us, drop a like, drop a sub if you're new, and let me know your guys' thoughts. We're going to go through and read your guys' comments. I just think a little bit of lacking creativity. I think that TNT have made it a little difficult for them to break down, But I don't think I've seen enough from this side. I don't know exactly what changes I want to see. I'm going to bring up the starting 11 and take a look at the bench. I honestly didn't even notice Ugbo. I'm very curious to see how many touches he had in this match. Ugbo had 11 touches. I think David probably had quite a few. David had 26. I would probably, unfortunately, for our guy, I would probably take off. I would probably take off Ugbo. No, you don't think so?
You can get someone, they have 11 corners, dude. If they throw something different on the corner and have a stick, you'll actually take them from each side and actually throw some high ones in away from their aggressive keeper. Like, you'll get ahead on it. And he's the most likely to.
He is, like I said. I mean, like I did put that argument in the chat earlier. I said Ugbo is the type of striker where he could get 15 touches in a game, but he will score.
Yeah, you're getting to a point in the game where that might be what you need is someone who pulls something out of nothing. Unfortunately, after 45 minutes of a nil.
Yeah, in case you guys are wondering, we have my good buddy, Mr. Andrew Benny here in the corner. Played on my varsity soccer team with me as well. Big footy guys, slamming a Budweiser in the background. You should go more. A little beer break. All right, guys. Let me know your guys' thoughts. Benny said he absolutely does not want to see Ugbo come off, and we'll touch on that in a bit.
Not that he's having a good game.
No, but like we said, there's a big point for that. So, terrible half, everything on the line. Like Tack said, if we don't score early, then 3 or 4 goals will come. If we don't, we might lose. They have not played well. The longer we score, the more TNT grows into this game. I think that's a very important point from Boss Beast. If you're TNT going into the half right now, you are flying. Canada did not create that many opportunities. The best opportunity in this game came from a counter that TNT had. They had another pretty good look as well. This game plan has been written up, and it's been executed to perfection right now pretty much from TNT. And I just think Canada's lacking a little creativity. I don't know exactly where it's going to come from. But considering the possession that they've had and some of the opportunities they've got themselves into, they've done absolutely nothing with it. Our defense have looked a little rocky as well. A little, I don't know if it's just a lack of chemistry and playing together, but Waterman and Miller and Johnston haven't looked overly comfortable at the back, especially Waterman. There's only been a few times he's been asked to do something, and he just looks a little awkward, which is a shame because, like I said, he's been playing so well for CF Montreal in the middle. I do like David dropping into pockets and trying to create a little opportunity. I think that's going to be important. We need to take more shots. If it's tied, does it go straight to pens? I don't think so. I think it goes to extra time. Vince says Chouanier. I wouldn't mind seeing Chouanier, man. I'm a big fan of him. I don't know. I don't know if he's going to do it. The Flying Mullet. I think Schaffelberg's more of like a 75-minute plus sub. There was that good opportunity there for Laren, but it was an atrocious attempt. Bring Chouanier on and Schaffelberg for Laren and Buchanan. I don't think we're going to see that, man. I don't think we're going to see that. I honestly think that Biello would debate bringing off Ugbo. Just because, like I said, I mean, he didn't even notice him out there. He had 11 touches. But like the point I've been saying is Ugbo is the type of striker that could vanish in games, but he can come up big and score a goal. He's a poacher. That's just what he does. So if you recognize that and you know he's like that, then there's a chance that he will pop up in the second half and score. It's just whether Biello's patient enough to wait for it, because that was a really disappointing half from Canada. There's a lot on this line right now. Daniel says get Ugbo and Laren out, push JD up front. Don't you guys like the ability that JD has shown dropping deep? Man, he's the only one who clearly seems that he wants the ball. And like I said, David is at his most confident when he's dropping into those pockets, touching the ball and trying to create. He's a good passer of the ball. He's hit one from outside the box as well. I think Davies is having a tough time. I agree, get him off his set pieces, but I think he's had a tough time down the wing right now. They're doing really well battling with him. Vancouver says hello, Andrew Benny. Seems like everyone is happy to have a boost in their personal club success, but don't want to pay it back their country. We'll reserve judgment until I see highlights in the result. Yep. Sub on Tamori. Stop. There's a dead half. Feels like a COVID game as well. Yeah, there was not a lot of fans in the stadium. That is for sure. But it was. It's lacking. It's lacking. That's why like the yellow card was stupid in my opinion that Johnston took. But I mean, at least he got that passion, trying to fire the boys up, get something going. I don't love the yellow that he took. Canada got 11 corners, 0 goals, and it's pathetic. The set pieces were not good. Davies should not be on set pieces. I don't need to beat this drum, guys. We've talked about it time and time again. It should always be Eustachio. But I mean, Eustachio did have quite a few as well. They're okay, but again, they didn't result in anything. But this is not a poacher-like game. We have the most of the possession. I think that's why, like, I don't even know if I want to see David get pushed up to the striker because, like you said, it is a possession-based game. If David was playing in the front too, I think we would see him a little bit less. But because that we already have 2 strikers in front of him, he's got even more of an opportunity to drop deeper and try to link up. And I think he's done a pretty good job at doing that. I think he just needs to look. Josh, I can hear the panic in your voice. Isn't that obvious? Can you feel like it just giving up a little bit here? I'm not gonna lie and tell you guys, from what I just saw over those 45 minutes, I'm confident we're gonna go out there and score again, or score to take the lead. I'm not like we did not create any real clear-cut opportunities. We looked a little iffy at the back. And I mean, there's been a few guys in the comments that are making a really good point. The longer this game goes on, the more confidence TNT will have. And I 100% agree, man. Like the stats, you can see them here on the screen. They point to a game plan being executed to perfection by one team and another team having a lot of the ball and having no idea what to do with it. And I don't know if you look at the players in that or if you take a look at Biello, maybe a little bit of both. But this team has the talent to be able to create, especially against a team like Trinidad, especially with the amount of possession that they have. He's trying so hard not to be nervous. That was such a snooze fest. Need some more help in the midfield. A couple of you guys have said that. So let me know what you guys would do. I don't think Biello. I could see Biello taking off Ugbo. I could. Now, whether that's right or wrong, I could see Biello doing it simply because he hasn't done anything out there. Not that, like I said, he's this type of striker that is like a David and drops in and always wants to combine and be on the ball. He's not. Very opposite to that. But at the end of the day, he hasn't done anything so far, and I think if Biello is panicking on the inside, he would maybe look for a move. I think Liam Miller could get looked at. You know, maybe you switch the system up a little bit and you go. I'm not sure exactly how you would do this. Try to get Miller on. Maybe you put Miller up front, or maybe you put David out to the wing, which I don't love, and then put Miller on one wing and Laren through the middle in a 3-4-3. Miller's having a great season so far in the championship. We're all nervous, man. Yeah, there's a lot on the line, man. This feels like the first half of the second Jamaica match. Too casual. Yeah. Davies is a defender for reasons. Stop with the goal hunt for him. He can be dangerous when he has the opportunity in space. I just think he forces it a little bit too much, and the TNT defenders are doing a really good job on him. Like, you know, we got to give credit to them as well, but it's more so where David just does, or Davies doesn't look for it, and he's got the opportunity from a clever pass. Like JD did really good to drop. I don't know if they're gonna. No, it's not this one, but JD did a really good job. He dropped in. He got the ball. He made a little move, and then at that point, Davies was already running, and you caught him at a full head of steam. I think he had a bad touch with that, but that's where you're gonna get the best out of Davies. And that's why I kind of like David in the middle, because he can link up. Other than that, we don't have a natural 10. There's absolutely no 10s in this entire squad right now. David is the closest thing we have to it. Chouanier for Laren. I can't imagine Laren comes off. Like I said, I think if one of the strikers coming off, just thinking about what Biello would do, it would be Ugbo. I question Ugbo's inclusion unless he scores a goal or gets an assist. It could be. But like I said, like if you watch Sheffield Wednesday, guys, and you've basically watched his career in the championship, that is the exact striker he's like. This is not a bad game by any stretch for Ugbo if you've watched him at club level. He does this exact kind of performance all the time where you don't notice him too much, especially when the teams aren't creating. And then out of nowhere, it'll be a good ball in, he'll make a run, he'll score. It'll be a good header, it'll be something because he's a poacher. And that's a nice player to have on the pitch when you're looking for a goal, which would be my hesitation to take him off. I just think because of Ugbo's history with this national team and the fact that he's always kind of been overlooked, I was surprised to see Biello put him in the starting 11, but I would not be surprised to see him getting yanked out after 45. Fresh from tax stream, how are the Rude Canadians doing? Not great. Haven't created too much. We're at a 0-0 draw at halftime. A lot of question marks are going to be asked this next half. TNT deserve full credit if I haven't made that clear. They watched that Jamaica blueprint, man, and it's Canada struggling. Hey, TNT, they did just defeat the United States, so I mean, like, they're not. It's not a pushover, man. I tuned in for the Andrew Benny face reveal. You want to see an We could get an Andrew Benny. We can get an Andrew Benny face reveal if he's comfortable. Oh, there he goes. I think half of his face. I can't see where he is yet. Hasn't.
You don't have the live one. It's over here. Yeah, he's there.
Okay. Well, there's the Andrew Benny face reveal. He's slamming a Budweiser.
You can't say that. Are you sponsored?
No, we got Busch Light on the other side for producer T. Yeah, that's the sponsored. The Busch Light's the sponsored one, but not for profit. I'm from TNT. I think we're just defending, not much attacking ability though. No, but like I said, man, you guys have been very well organized. You're defending. This is the game plan you had to do. Everyone knew exactly what TNT had to do in this game to be successful, and they're doing it. And if they would have scored that goal, I would have felt even worse in this next half because they did exactly what they needed to do. They're taking on pressure after pressure. They're doing a good job not to let Canada obviously score, and they're looking for an opportunity to break. And the dream in a scenario like this is where you get the opportunity to do like a kick and run. And the fact that you have speed up front, you really burned Waterman on that. It wasn't a good finish in the end, but that's probably what's going to happen. Those are where the opportunities are going to come from. And it's nervy for Canada because the longer that they can't break down, the more frustration I think they'll get, the more chances Canada may take as well, which could leave them a little bit exposed on the counter. But right now, TNT, I think, sitting in the dressing room, and I think that they're clearly the happier of the two sides. I'm just really curious to see what Biello will do. Like, I don't know. I don't know if he's going to make any changes here, if he'll give them another, say, 10, 15 minutes, try to get to the 60th. Like I said, I would guess if he's going to make a sub, it would be one player, and it would be Ugbo. That's my guess. But we'll have to wait and see. And my guess about who would come on, I'm also torn. I would maybe lean Chouanier or Liam Miller. Maybe he goes Russell Rowe. Maybe he surprised me. I don't know. He's bold Biello right now, and I can't really understand what he's doing. This is ridiculous. JD is the only forward constantly scoring in top 5 leads. In a top 5 league, put him up top like Lille do. So that's not true, my man. David is scoring at a fantastic level right now. I don't have the stats off the top of my head, but yeah, he's in a great run of form. Kyle,
Top 3.
yeah, I think I think he scored like 9 goals in his last 6 matches or something like that. Like he's in great form right now. He's second in the league, just behind Mbappe. But Bears got, I think, 11 goals in Scotland. So yeah, David's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So yeah, he's got 9 goals in 7 matches. David's on fire. But like I said, I like him. I like how he's playing right now in the 10. I don't know if I would have changed that either. So it doesn't look like there was any substitutions. So Biello went with the same starting 11 here to start off the second half. That means David remains in the 10. Ugbo and Laren up front, and our Mr. Andrew Benny is very happy with that. And like I said, I agree. It's a good point to make, just because I know it's frustrating for players who are watching this right now and being like, what has Ugbo done in this half? But just wait. That's what a pure number 9, and you hear Alex talk about it all the time. he is a pure number 9, and there's no getting around that. Ika Ugbo is the type of player where the opportunity falls in front of him, despite not touching the ball all match. He can find the back of the net. So I say give him another 15 or so minutes here, and then maybe make a decision. But he's scoring. He's in a good run of form for his side. He's in almost as good a run of form as David is. Lair's having a decent season. I mean, he hasn't had as many goals. I think he has 6 goals in all competitions. He's been really successful in the Copa del Rey run. Not so much in the league. But second half has obviously started, guys. For those of you who are tuning in, I'm at 46 minutes and 32 seconds. If you guys want to link up with me. Oh, another freaking good opportunity for Trinidad. So another easy ball over the top. Just poor there from Tejan. Man, one of these bounce in. Completely like Trinidad. If they scored in the first half, or they scored this goal, they wouldn't need to send a single player forward. They would just sit back and do exactly what they're doing, knowing that they can sit on the lead. Very, very dangerous. It was a stupid giveaway. Another stupid touch there from Davies, but he does well to win it back. And there he goes.
Island nations love upsetting men's team in Canada fans.
Yeah, Trinidad's known for the upsets, man. You guys will remember back in 2018 when they upset the United States and made sure that they didn't qualify for the 2018 World Cup. Eustachio, that's a corner. Yes, sir. Are we still the kings of CONCACAF? Another not happy. No, the United States is clearly the kings right now, man. They're they've won pretty much everything. I know they didn't win the last Gold Cup, but they brought a C team. So best on best, the United States are doing everything to deserve that crown. I am really excited to see the game against Mexico, though. I think it's a good opportunity for Mexico to show what they got, because the last time the United States played Mexico, I think it was 3-0, and they dominated them. TNT upsetting US in 2018. Yeah, no, TNT sides. They have a good history in this region as well. It's just like I said. My point is right now, like, there should be no excuses. This Canadian roster should be going through. And, I mean, the more this time goes on, man, the more I think you're going to see me freak out, because there's a lot riding on this. Nicely done, Tejan. Nice ball. Finds Davies. Nice ball as well. Kone. Johnston. Oh, that was clever. Was it without, though? I'm calling it right now. We're going to lose. No. Kelly. Don't say that. Bringing up 2018. I'm sorry. Lowest moment in our history, 2018, is to what 7-1 is to Brazil. Yeah, well, our lowest moment for the Canadians was not that long ago either, but it was definitely that very embarrassing 8-1 loss to Honduras. But I would say this would be up here, man. Failing to qualify for this Copa America, I think, would stain my memory. This is this is a huge opportunity. Canada has done, get in the nuts. Little shimmy after that. But it truthfully is, man. There's never been a time in our history we've had this many talented Canadians playing overseas, playing at top clubs, getting moves like Tejan just had to Inter Milan. Tejan, that was stupid. Don't give up on it. He got the foul. And obviously qualifying for our first World Cup in 36 years, like, it's a good opportunity for our program. And I just think we would just piss away a massive opportunity if we weren't able to get this over the line, especially the way that we did it. We were up 3-1 on aggregate at home against Jamaica. We ended up losing that, which is heartbreaking alone. And then we had the kinder draw against TNT. So it would just simply be unacceptable, and there would be massive questions for us to answer. But Eustachio, another poor delivery, unfortunately. Alistair Johnson making history with Celtic. He's having a good season. He's done some good stuff. It's another dangerous ball, but well defended. Look at Davies. Nice ball. Another corner. Why is Davies in the middle? The longer you see this game go on, you're going to see Davies. I mean, it happens all the time. He wants to drift in the middle because he wants the ball. But he gets criticized for that all the time. A little bit of hero ball, but you know, I mean, he is our best player. Like, he's trying to create. I think when he's at his best, it's when he's patient, waits for the opportunity, and then just does what he does. But when he starts going all crazy and goes in the middle and wants the ball and puts himself out of position, look for the ball. Nicely done. That's when I think he can get in some trouble. Oh, what are you doing, Tajon? Little Neymar action there, Ben. I don't know if you saw that.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, I did. What do we call it? The flick, where it's just like Neymar does it all the time, where you like.
Rainbow flick?
Yeah,
No,
yeah, I did. It didn't work. Yeah, it was nasty. Little, what is Buchanan doing? It didn't work, so it's embarrassing that he even tried. He tried it, but he was close.
Yeah, but that fires your team up when you have nothing else too. If it comes off.
Also, probably pisses off the TNT team though.
Which is fine. That's all.
Yeah, no, Benny's a techers. He likes that kind of thing. Look at right here. Look at the old rainbow flick. Like he almost got it. He almost got. It was gross. The chat doesn't like it though. The chat's furious. What the hell is he doing?
Yeah, admittedly 0-0 50th minute's not the time.
No, it's not. It's not the time.
Professional match with everything on the line, but
No, I agree, man. That's not the time. That's not the time. What website are you guys watching it on? It's on One Soccer. If any of you guys want to tune in. If you're just joining us now, guys, drop a like, drop a sub, and let me know how you guys are feeling. If you've been with us this stream, if you're just joining, if you're a Canadian fan, TNT fan, let me know in the chat. Because like I said, the more that this game's going on, the crappier I keep feeling. Oh, a little juke.
that dude doesn't even play club soccer.
Like these guys are afraid to shoot if they're not in the penalty area. I still loved Alistair's shot assist against Mexico in World Cup qualifying in Edmonton. Yeah, some good memories. Had a lot of good memories here doing watch-alongs. Watching the women win gold at the Olympics was a lot of fun, and basically every World Cup qualifying match was so much fun, especially when we played the United States and Mexico. A lot of the Central American countries loved taking shots at me, thinking that it was crazy that I said Canada would beat Honduras or other countries. But my Canadians helped me out there. But it's been a questionable year or so for the national team. And we're back. Get Ugbo out. Biello out. Biello is trash. Is destroying Canadian football. God.
They got 4 people warming up.
Canada does? You see who they were?
No.
FC Dallas. Oh! That was a good corner from Davies. That was a dangerous one.
It's the same one every time, though.
It was, just they got someone there first. I'm curious to see how that was stopped. Looked like it was right on the line. First substitution goes to Trinidad. Rampersad's coming off. CPL guy.
Wanderers.
Yep. Halifax Wanderers captain.
Oh, he's their captain.
He is. Played well. Canada had our number during World Cup qualifiers. A win and a draw. We were down bad. Well, I like watching grass grow. Oh, man.
Cool.
Johnston. What's your score prediction? I never actually gave a score prediction. I would have said probably 2-0 Canada. It would have been my score prediction, so I guess I'll stay with it, but I never actually said it anywhere. Right now, it doesn't make me feel with confidence. But there's still a lot of time on the clock. Miller. These guys need to play like their lives depend on it. Yeah, here's the corner again. It's a good little flick there from David, though. Really, really clever. It's a good run. Look at that. Like, that's just, oh man. That's why you have a guy in the line.
So close to his left hand.
That was a clever. That would have been a nasty finish. My prediction was 4-0 before the game. Now I'm saying we lose on penalties. Please don't say that, man. I don't know. Let me know, guys, what your if you had a prediction before the game started. Let me know what it was. I never asked you guys in the chat yet what your predictions were. Mine was 2-0, and like I said, I don't feel overly confident on that, but I don't know. They're just not creating a whole bunch. They had a good opportunity there in the corner. We'll give them that, but just in terms of keepers down. Time wasting for pens. Is there extra time? I believe there's extra time, guys. I think if it ends 0-0, it'll go to 30 minutes of 2 50-minute halves of extra time, and then to a shootout if it's still tied. A lot of you guys are already looking. a lot of you guys are already looking towards extra time, which is not great. What do you guys think of those kits? You got a good look at Eustachio right there. Like I said, they're growing on me.
They look good when they match the shorts.
Yeah, they do. I think maybe.
Renderings, it was white shorts on red shirt, and it looked terrible.
Yeah,
I think they look good.
You like them?
I don't really like the Nike crest on the front.
I don't either.
I
I
wish
think
they
that's.
just did a white swoosh, but.
I agree. The white swoosh would have looked cleaner. But yeah, like I said, they're growing on me. When they released them online, they had them with white shorts, and that really peed off a lot of people. Kelly says, "Take care, all. Enjoy the loss. I'm out." Just livid. Kelly's out. Come on, Kelly. Stick through it, man. This is still a massive game. I know it's 0-0, but all that matters is that we win it. I don't care if we win 1-0, and it's a terrible game. It doesn't matter. I will be so disappointed, and I don't know. I'd be at a loss for words if we found out like we weren't going to the Copa America. I just think it would just be horrible, and they need to find a way to get it done. They got 30 minutes plus extra time, maybe. I don't know. To try to find something. I'm curious to see when Biello is going to look at the bench. Trinidad already made their first substitution. I'm looking at the bench. My guess, just in no particular order, about players that we could see in this game. I would say Liam Miller, Jacob Schaffelberg are two of the first ones I'd expect to see. Honestly, maybe a Russell Rowe, maybe a Chouanier, and then maybe a Piet. If not one of those central players, maybe we'll see like a Cornelius come on towards the back end somehow, if it's Waterman or somebody coming off. But those are the 5 players I'd expect, with the 6, I guess, if we see extra time. But I think Schaffelberg and Liam Miller are looking like the most likely two to come on, in my opinion. Just they're going to offer something completely different. Schaffelberg is always great coming off the bench. But I don't know when Biello is going to look towards his bench at all. Eustachio does look good with that armband, I'm not going to lie. The white uniform was terrible. That's weird, man. I heard many say, and I agree too, that the whites are nicer. But like I said, just seeing the red right now, like I don't know, I do like the look of it.
I like the split collar.
The split collar?
Yeah.
I don't like that.
You don't like it?
No. If it was a solid collar, I think it'd be better.
Oh.
Do it.
Yes! There we go. Who had Laren? You had Laren? Let's go.
Who got the apple?
Haha. That's better. That is better.
Oy, oy, oy. Does everybody feel lighter?
I feel lighter. You putting out a tweet or you want me to?
Whatever you want. You can do it. That was just in the score.
Was that right from that free kick, or that was a build-up after? You know what's hilarious? Buchanan got the assist.
Did he?
Yeah, called it. No, he didn't. No, that was a nice draw pass. I didn't even see that. JT boots the ball into the stand.
Holy. Holy, I feel like I can breathe again. Holy. All right, how we feeling now, guys? As TNT comes right back down. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Josh. Giving you the source for my information for this game. Oh, how are you guys feeling? Let me know in the chat. Can you... Josh needs a cigarette. Oh, man. I feel different now. I feel different. I feel better. Oh. I was waiting for something. All right, guys. Let me know in the chat. How do you feel now? Can you take a sigh of relief? I mean, again, this game is still not over, but it just makes it different now, man. I think Trinidad has to come out and try to create something. It should lead to even more chances. That was a pass from Dejan. But I think this is going to change the way that... This could absolutely change the approach from TNT. They have to... Like, they have to go for it. They're down 1-0. It's going to create more space, more opportunities, and hopefully for an opportunity for Canada to finish off this thing. But you've already seen it. I mean, they already had... This is now their second little string of possession here. And they still only got like 3-4 guys going forward. Oh! Does Laren have a Will Smith winning smile? He does. He's got some similar vibes, I guess. Here comes Davies. Looks like he's breathing a little bit more, too. Man, that was important.
Assist too with that nasty little drop.
Was it Ugbo? So there you go. Big reason for Ugbo staying on. You don't usually see him getting assists. I think he has 1 assist in the championship this season.
It's like a back heel drop.
Whew. We needed to score. We did. We absolutely needed that. Now I think we could see a 3-man midfield. Now I think we could see an Ugbo come off, David push up with Laren, and like a Chouanier or Piet come on. That is, I'd say, the most likely right now. I'd honestly go Piet now. I would. I could see Ugbo coming off. Oh, no. I could see Ugbo coming off. You push David up with Laren, and then it would be Piet, which would then push Eustachio and Kone up a little bit too. If not, you can maybe see Chouanier instead of Piet. But, I mean, now that we're winning, Piet's like the perfect ball. Perfect player to bring on to help. The little pit bull can help see out a match. In terms of work rate, Eustachio definitely looks like a captain. Eustachio, like I said, yeah, I agree. I think Eustachio deserves to be the captain of this team. I think it's tough though. Like when you have a player like a star generational talent like Davies, and when he wants the armband, I do think it's difficult to not give it to a player like that. Oh, walking through Kamal Miller. Well done. But I do think just, everything aside, I just think Eustachio is the best fit for this team. He's the engine in the middle. He's a leader. Always barking orders. Yeah, now bring on Piet. Someone said that earlier, but now it's time. 4 minutes, show me any clip of Canadian in football lying with a head injury and having leg cramps. Eustachio is emotionally more mature than Davies. That was a yeah. Well, I mean, you've saw a lot of different points of view over the last few weeks about whether it should be Davies or Eustachio. I think those are the top two options. But yeah, I just think all qualities. Oh, nice ball from Eustachio. Okay, but we need a second goal. Hit TNT on the counter. We'll see that. I mean, like I said, man, we scored like not even 5 minutes ago, and we've already seen TNT push up the pitch. Probably more times in this last 5 minutes than we have during that entire first half. They're gonna push. They need a goal, and it's just gonna allow more space for Canada, and that's when you see these kind of games potentially open up. Is when you have like a KG underdog who sits back for a while, and it's hard to break them down. And once you get one, they have to adjust. They have to go for it, and then that's when the floodgates can somewhat open. It's a trend that you see. I mean, TNT will have to be very, very clever the way that they want to attack. Nice ball. Finds Davies.
Drop it.
Ah, it's poor.
It's forced.
Ooh, come on. Burnt. I do see a Canadian player lining up. They are looking to make their first substitution. I couldn't tell who it was. Big opportunity here for... Ooh. Maxime Crepeau. Can you get another one? Attaboy. Our new keeper. Why do we look stretched? Even after I don't know. Like I said, I saw a player lined up. I think Biello recognized that. I think he's going to make a sub. I wish I could tell who it was. I think the most logical thing to do is now probably take off Ugbo, push David up, and then bring in your three-man midfield. You won't look near as stretched. You'll clog up the middle, and you'll just have Davies and Buchanan backtracking when need be. Nice ball. Somehow got them. But I would bring on Piet. Piet's in excellent form right now for CF Montreal. I know Piet is always is like a little bit like affiliated with the old guard. Oh, nice look for him. Oh, Dejan, you gotta look for that run. AJ was coming up. But Piet's playing great for CF Montreal. He is, and he's the only. Oh, it's Schaffelberg. Okay, very different than when I was going, but it is for Ugbo. I'm trying to think of what they're gonna do here. Let me take a look at the starting 11. Will they go into a 4-4-2? Yeah, they could. They could drop into a 4-4-2. No, they can't. Yes, they can. So it would be Crepeau, right back Johnston, center back Waterman, Miller, left back Davies, right mid Buchanan, center mids Kone, Eustachio, left mid Schaffelberg, and then you have David and Laren up front. I don't think that gonna make them look any less stretched, though. I would have found a way to plug up the midfield a little bit personally, but I feel like Schaffelberg's the type of player you bring on when you need a goal. But I mean, a little switch in shape. I don't know. Or he just is a.
You could stretch them wider, like the other way.
I guess I'm curious to see if Davies dropped. Like it looks like Davies dropped right back. No. Okay, so it's the same shape, except Davies is now playing the 10, which is.
Disbelief in Josh.
No.
But Davis is playing the 10.
Yeah, I that makes no sense to me. I wouldn't.
they still have 5 guys who sit back on their attack. Like, it's crazy.
I don't like that at all. I don't like seeing Davies playing in the 10. I don't know.
That was his ball there, wasn't it?
Yeah,
It wasn't good.
I guess it also could have maybe been no, because it does kind of look like. No, actually it does. So I think they're playing a 3-4-2-1. Same back three. Schaffelberg's left wing back. Buchanan's right wing back. You have Kone and Eustachio in the middle. You have your 2 kind of floating 10s, and that's David and Davies, and then Laren's your lone striker. That is what I believe they're playing. But like I said, I wouldn't have done that. I would have brought Piet on. Wild. Let him cook. Just got absolutely lost there from Bold Biello. Tejan was key to the goal. I like the way that he cut in.
Fired up on that.
5-2-3, yeah, like 3-4-2-1, 3, like they're roaming 10s, but they'll touch out to the side when they need to. Oh, 72nd minute. Or is it I think, like, I personally think it's a 3-4-2-1, but like, those when you play in that system, those 2 floating 10s they have license to roam. Like, you're going to see Davies touch out wide, and you're going to see David touch out wide. They're going to play off each other. So you can call it a 3-4-3, 3-4-2-1. That's what they're doing. David's going to be a little bit more to the right, and Davies is going to be a little bit more to the left. But when the ball is switched out to the left, you're going to see David kind of come in and play it like as a true 10, and then you'll probably see the same out of Davies when the ball goes down to the right. But the interesting thing is, like I said, is that Laren is just straight up a lone striker right now. Nicely done from Davies. Oh, brother. He doesn't have that final pass. That's the number one reason I don't like seeing Davies as a 10 is that.
Shouldn't be a 10 if you can't do that.
No, but we don't have a natural 10 in this entire roster right now. David's the closest thing we have to it, and it's the reason that Osorio has stuck around in the starting 11 for so long is because whether you like Osorio or you hate Osorio, in situations where you need someone to make a creative pass, similar to what a 10 is, with their bread and butter, an Osorio type player can do that. Which is why, like I said, I think it's always he's always a player that you could maybe expect to start for the national team. But he's not in this camp, which is the reason that I think we saw David kind of drop into it. Finds Laren. I love Davies, but hate seeing him up top. Everybody wants to see him play at left back, man. Every Canadian I know, nice ball from Schaff, well defended, wants to see us play in a back 4. Because guess what? Alistair Johnson plays right back at club level, and he plays it well. Davies plays left back at club level. He plays it well. Miller plays in a back 4. He plays it well. Waterman does play in a back 3, but I mean he can play in a back 4. Someone like Lucas McNaughton can play in a back 4. Cornelius can. I'm not crazy about the 2 lefties, just because they haven't looked too good together. But regardless, it just puts them in all their natural positions. I just don't think that Davies wants that. I don't think Davies wants to play left back. So that's why I said you need a coach like maybe a Thierry Henry who's not afraid to, to deal with anyone's ego, or just kind of come in and be like, listen, I don't care who you are or what you say. You're a left back. You're going left back. Bring in D-Row. Davies as a 10 is atrocious. It's because he's not a 10. Like, he's not a 10. He's one of the best left backs in the world, and we've never seen him play. He's the best left back in the world. We've never seen him play left back for the national team. I don't mind him as a left wing back. Let me make that very clear. I think when he was playing on one of his best form for the national team, or sorry, for Bayern, is when Nagelsmann was there and they were playing in the back 3, and Davies had the license to go forward. Still had his defensive responsibilities, but he is an attacking fullback. So when you play in a wing back role, when he plays for Bayern, he does it really well. The difference is when he plays in a wing-back role for Bayern versus when he plays it for Canada is that the Bayern team is full of stars that do their, that has their job and does their position, so Davies doesn't always have to try to play hero ball. When he plays for Canada, when he plays in a wing-back role and he has the opportunity, he likes cutting into the middle because he wants the ball, he wants to create things, and he puts himself in position where he has to make a creative pass. He's not always the best at that, and then he's out of position and we get hit on the break. That's where my criticism comes from Davies playing in the wing-back role. If he would just stick to his position and do what he does best, then I think he'd be in a comfortable position. But we've seen it in this game too. But anyways, I'm going on a rant. Davies is playing fine right now, so well, he's playing fine, but now he's playing in the middle. So now we're gonna have to keep an eye to see on how he does. But he doesn't have that final pass in him, and it's not his fault. It's just not his position. We can't talk like we've already won. Hopefully, Biel doesn't screw this up. We absolutely have not won, man. we have 13. Luc de Fougerolles. What would Luc de Fougerolles look like?
Is that Premier League kid?
Yeah, with Fulham as a 6. So he I don't know. I wouldn't put him as a 6 because he's not a 6. I think he would maybe look good in a back 3 on the outside right center back. We've seen him play as a right back. We've seen him play as a left back, and we've seen him play as a center back. And I just don't think he's going to be a 6 long term. I think that he's gonna have a good opportunity to be a center back for us. So we'll have to see. Well said, Josh. Sorry for the rant, guys. I've done that rant so many times, so I just know it But Bayern is 10 points behind Leverkusen. Yeah, no, but you guys get my point. Is Davies isn't the star in Bayern. He's a very good wing back or full back. He knows his role. He does it well, and it's the reason why he's regarded as one of the best in his position. The issue, like I said, for Canada is that because they're not star-studded with that talent, that attack, that he wants to be more involved than he needs to, and he often leaves his role, leaves his position, leaves his responsibilities to try to create, and that's sometimes where he gets himself in trouble. Sometimes it works, a lot of times it works, especially against some of the lower CONCACAF nations that we've seen, just because he's got the ability to do it. But it's about picking your moments.
I've never seen this Luke kid.
Luc de Fougerolles. Oh yeah, he's played a couple games for.
He was in the Jamaica game, or?
Oh, he's got no caps for Canada.
Oh.
He's been called up to a couple camps for Canada before, but
yeah.
He doesn't have any. He doesn't have any caps yet. He's yet to be capped. He's a dual nat, eligible for England as well.
Cool.
But if we bring him to the Copa America, for example, if we qualify for the summer, that'll automatically cap him whether he plays or not.
Yeah, he's on the roster.
Isn't de Fougerolles a natural right back CDM? He's a natural right back center back. I've never seen him play CDM. We got a double substitution here. We got Lairn coming off for Russell Rowe. Russell Rowe is in pretty solid form for Columbus right now. It's great seeing him getting some starts. And we got my boy Matthew Chouanier coming on for Buchanan. Tejan put in a shift. That final end product, sometimes isn't there, but he was definitely involved in the goal. But they are interesting subs. Now I'm gonna listen to me for about 10 minutes, try to figure out what system we're playing. While in general I agree against teams that are sitting back, I think you need to use your quality and create. So I don't mind the roaming if it's not excessive. Yeah, and I agree. Like I said, the problem is that when Davies wants to, he goes in the middle, and the only thing that we do when he tends to do that is get the ball to Davies, and then he just tries to create on his own. So it is excessive. I think when there's nothing wrong with and we see it for Bayern, we see it for Canada too, when there's nothing wrong for a wing back to step into the middle like the way he does, and Davies is very good at that. Almost an inverted wing back at times. Like I said, he just has a different mindset when he comes to the national team sometimes, because he just wants to take on a little bit too much responsibility. But you cracked it, Benny. Crack that beer. They are interesting subs. Let me take a look, guys, and see who's playing where. Chouanier is probably playing at right wing back, just a straight swap for Tejan. He is. We've seen him do nice little run there, but well done.
They're never gonna finish a pass into that.
Oh, okay. Fonzie. Oh, and he's flattened.
He's down.
Here comes Schaffelberg.
Don't slow it down too much.
The mullet
Don't
man.
slow it down too much. There you go. There you go.
Oh, Russell
That's
Rowe.
fine.
Ah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Rate 'em.
They were both straight swaps, guys. So, Chouanier went in and is playing right wing back for Buchanan, and Russell Rowe went a straight swap up front at striker with taking on Laren's spot. So he's just playing alongside David. Sixes and sevens at the back. Another foul. Ref. Yeah. Liam Miller left on the bench in favor of Schaff and Chouanier is a questionable decision. Yeah, I'm surprised that it wouldn't have been Miller. Like, honestly, the first sub off the bench. The form he is in the championship is fantastic, and he plays left wing back week in, week out. But, I mean, the nice thing is that we have a lot of players in form. Like, oh, nice pass from Russell Rowe. Kone. Like, Russell Rowe's in great form. Schaffelberg's in good form.
Playing like a center mid.
We have a lot of these players right now for Canada are players that are in. Oh, nice. David. Are players that are in form. Which is good because they're covered in confidence. They're all playing really, really well. I can't really think of a player that was called up on this roster that isn't playing or isn't playing overly well. I mean, you could look at Tejan, but like Tejan got to move to Inter Milan.
He's playing behind Chicago.
Like what he's
Into Marco.
Yeah, like what he's learning, just making that move. Like he can't even, can't really question that. But
It was a move out of necessity. He's on a team that has depth on the left.
Exactly, and he's learning. Like you put him from Club Bruges in Belgium to Inter Milan. Like you're gonna learn so much more and play with better players every single day in training.
Dude, you're showing on for Kvaratskhelia. I have no idea how you say his name.
Kvaratskhelia. Vitek. Credit to Trinidad goalkeeper for being aware under pressure. Canada playing more cohesive now, it feels. It is. It does kind of look, like I said, they switched to that 3-4-2-1 system. And Russell Rowe actually plays for Wilfred Nancy. Oh, nice ball. Is that onside?
Oh, that is. He's
He plays, so far in that 3-4-2-1 system, Russell Rowe's broken into the starting 11 as one of those kind of floating 10s. So it's interesting to see him come on here in that same system, and he's playing as one of those floating 10s alongside Davies, with David up front as the lone striker right now. We need Inzaghi to play Buchanan instead of the 34-year-old more often. I think this rest of this season is just about him adjusting to life in Italy, learning the language, learning from the players, and then I think he'll have more opportunities next season. He's come off the bench a few times already, which is great. He came off for a little bit against Napoli, which is kind of cool. Oh. Crepo! Huge opportunity for Trinidad. Crepo's telling them to focus. That was a big chance. Trinidad's had 3 pretty clear-cut chances. That was a good little play there. I'd say Kamal Miller's had a bit of a tough game. He's been walked around 2 or 3 different times and let him in pretty big there. Damn. Huge save. That's where the quality of, better players would punish you. Like, he's been in twice now with 2 great opportunities, but hasn't been able to take them. Need Borean. Yeah. There we go. Now here's an opportunity. This is where TNT will get in trouble, man. No, look at the other. Davies! No! Why would you put it that way?
The left side was the open side.
Oh,
that
was poor, but
that's a step over and a left pass every time.
TNT's put body forward, and this is what's gonna happen. There's gonna be a ton of space, and they had 4 shirts, but Kone just made the wrong pass. Russell Rowe was wide open, and he's on his. Davies was kind of on his favored foot too, but it wasn't a great pass. That could have put the game to bed.
No, I give Davies a lead for a cross crease over the row after that, but he didn't do it.
Oh, Schaffelberg from distance. It's the post. What a hit from Schaffelberg. Holy. That was a bullet. The mullet man.
He wants it too.
He does. I would love to see him shake that mullet. Had like 4 people in the chat earlier saying, "Bring on the mullet," and that was a like he's a dangerous player. If you guys saw his game against Inter Miami in the CONCACAF Champions Cup, he scored 2 beautiful goals. He's in great form right now. Shaft has looked good. Russell Rowe, like, yeah, all the subs, honestly, to be fair, has looked pretty good since coming on.
Rose could have been better. But I don't really rate him.
He just hates the game.
It's just the one's probably a depth that like, you know, people would choose from. Kind of.
The water bottle on the way in. I'll put... The system kind of suits Davies because he has once said he prefers to play as an attacking fullback rather than a defensive one at Bayern. He just needs, I guess, a similar team of attackers. Yeah, Davies clearly wants to play forward. If you guys ever seen the interview with him where he says, like, you know, I was signed to be Robin's replacement. Like, he's like, they just needed there's an injury, I think, to Alaba, and they put Davies at left back, and he just, you know, he's a lefty, he has speed, he learned the game, learned the position, and just fully took it over. So that's basically all she wrote. But he definitely wanted to be.
Why did Larry do that?
Shaft is a meme and a quality player at the same time. When you have a mullet like that and you can hit the ball like that would have been such a beautiful goal. That was deadly. I just hope Argentina doesn't double digit us 10-0. I would hope not, but like I said, I mean, regardless, to have the opportunity to go to a major tournament and play a nation like Argentina and the defending world champions in Messi is huge. It's simply just not an opportunity you get that often. And I mean, we're a couple minutes away from hopefully seeing it through. 200 of you guys in the chat right now. If you've just joined us, drop a like, drop a sub if you're new around here, and let me know how you guys are doing. If you're Canadian fans, if you're happy. If not, there's Steve Cadwell. We interviewed him a while ago. Because I feel pretty good right now. But we're almost going to find out how much will be added on. That was a good finish from Laren.
Good backheel assist from a striker.
From a striker. David's got a little bit of the turf in his hair. Appreciate everyone who's tuned in for the first watch along I've done in over a year. I've had some good luck during the watch alongs, and honestly, I didn't do any watch alongs in 2023, and that's been one of the worst years we've had in a while. So it's been 6 additional minutes. Interesting. I feel like in a 1-0 game, that's I guess there was that injury, so. Oh man. 6 minutes, here we go. Stuck in the carpet. Things get folded in. Fat ass just sticking it in there. A nice turn. Oh, take a look at Shaft. Take a look at Shaft.
And
Come on.
First time.
Hit it. Oh my God! The mullet.
Yep.
What a hit. Oh.
There we go. I wish bullet and mullet rhymed.
Bullet from the mullet. Oh, man.
Man, as if to take a touch onto your left for that. I guess that's what he wants. No, like, doesn't want that right-footed curler. He's not doing a Royce. He's doing a Schaffelberg.
Oh, what a hit.
There, your number 10 getting an apple on the night, too.
What a hit, man.
Yeah, who questioned me in my friends? Let's go. Yeah, you're right. The half caller isn't it.
Oh, man. What a goal. 2-0. On comes Luc de Fougerolles for his first cap. What a hit. Oh, what a hit, man. Luc de Fougerolles comes on for his first Canadian cap. Pretty cool. See it, check in on the chat. Oh, we're going to the Copa America, boys. Luc de Fougerolles coming on.
And Payet.
Samuel Piet's coming on. And that's what you want to see. Kone's coming off for de Fougerolles. And Piet's coming off to see this thing out. Do you know the mullet man? The mullet man? The mullet man! The muffin man, the muffin man! Oh, man. Start booking your flight. Goal. I really like Schaff. Oh, that was big. That was big. Eustachio comes off.
Shaft's sexy.
I wonder if do you see where the armband went? Did it go to Davies? I'm assuming it did. I think that's yeah, it's on Davies. So that's kind of a cool moment, guys. They should take off Eustachio with a couple minutes left, and Davies gets the armband. But wow, it's a little cagey there for a bit. Josh did have the 2-0 prediction. I will say that. I heard him in. Oh man, what a hit that was though.
Prediction out in the 60th minute. Thinks he's sweet.
Yeah, well, I said it before. I just didn't, I just didn't put it out in the world.
It's admittedly a guttier prediction to say 2-0 at the 60th when you're 0-0.
Right? It's all about picking your moments. Oh man. Change the scoreboard. Change the scoreboard. Producer T. How dare you?
Just trying to keep up. This I had to accept.
Well done. Yeah. Guys, let me know in the comments right now, what was your biggest takeaway from this match? And yes, Producer T will change the scoreboard, but it's changed.
There's a lot going on.
Let me know, guys. Let me know what your biggest takeaway was from this match.
Refresh your page.
I would say patience is up there for me for this Canadian side. Like, I know we were all frustrated after that first half and it was 0-0, and I know that we said that TNT would feel like more confident, which is totally fair. But at the same time, this is a very nervy game. There's a lot riding on it. We are the favorites, and it just wasn't really looking like it was maybe gonna go our way. You know what I mean? So like this Canadian side waited. They kept trying. They eventually, with a little bit of quality, found their way through. So I thought they did well in terms of just being patient. And then other than that, we can get into different players who played well. But
I think they need to be more patient off the start with their chances. Like they created stuff, but like they forced a lot.
they did force a lot in that first half.
You don't have to against a team like this. You need people who want to have the ball at their feet, who are patient, like Schaff.
Yeah. Yeah, and they had 2 or 3 different opportunities there too, like where they had once they got that lead to see it out, but they made the wrong pass. But there it is, ladies and gentlemen.
Biello looks very happy to still have a job.
And Canada is officially heading to the 2024
But what's crazy?
Copa America.
That goes down as a positive because his subs actually did do well. But like, it's just the wrong timing and wrong formation. But
Oh, man. Oh, man. We have a date with Messi, Argentina. We are heading to the 2024 Copa America. This was an experience. And we had over 200 of you guys tuning in today. Appreciate everyone tuning in for their first watch along in a while. I will name off some of the last takeaways for you guys. My biggest takeaway was to get rid of Biello. Okay, going to the negative side of things right away. Patient, you? No. Don't start Crepeau versus Argentina. Interesting. Good game. Good luck, Canada. Good game, TNT. When we bring our A team, we will have revenge. There's Josh, who's in the One Soccer chat, taking some shots at me, but yeah. GG's, Josh. It was, like I said, TNT lined up and did what they needed to do, and they made it frustrating for Canada. Glad Schwanier came on, but was hoping for him to play CM. Yeah, Schwanier's not my favorite out wide, even though he can do a role there. Chile won yesterday. Had to grind it out, but like you said, experience. Glad we can all breathe. Got the job done, but that's all that counts. We need to play in a back four. Poor coaching from Trinidad. And yeah, Canada grinded it out. Don't start Crepeau for a reason, though. He's a clear number one.
what?
I don't know what you mean, Chris. Don't start Crepeau for a reason, though. He's the clear number one. Run of confidence.
I think he was good.
Yeah, I think Crepeau was fine. He saved everything he needed to do. That's it, everyone. But all right, guys, thank you guys so much for tuning in for the watch along. Canada gets the job done, 2-0. They are heading to the 2024 Copa America. They have a date with Argentina, June 20th at 1 o'clock Pacific time, 4 o'clock Eastern time. We'll be covering it for you guys. We'll have a lot of content coming up on One Soccer. Alex and I have a morning after stream tomorrow. So if you guys want to come on and talk and have a little more relaxed scenario, knowing that we've already qualified, I'm guessing we'll probably do that stream sometime between like noon and 2 o'clock Eastern time. I appreciate you guys all tuning in on your way out. Be sure to drop a like, drop a sub as always. And thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll see you guys soon. Also, we have the 5 takeaways episode that will drop shortly after this. All right. Cheers, friends.